the stream was cutting in and out for quite a while. So I walked down to the end of the block, and we're going to finish our trek to the waterfront because we can't stop halfway. But I wanted to take a minute to admire the window boxes, the pansies here, and I think that's boxwood and some ivy. Those are all wonderful and still okay. Even though we're like a week away from frost date, they'll be fine. These will be fine, and it's okay. It's really close to the time when we can plant. Then we have a wedding going on here at the Athenaeum. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've caught a wedding. How beautiful. Totally unexpected. And congratulations to the happy couple. You never know what you're going to find. That's why it's great to get out and explore. Now this one on this corner, even though it's not, this is probably early 1900s, I like that. I like the simple square structure on the corner here. Beautiful. All right, we're almost to the water, and this little street has probably some of the oldest homes in this area. No trucks or buses, and a mean cobblestone street that we will not be walking. The sidewalks here are bad enough. We're not doing that cobblestone, but obviously we're in the oldest part of Alexandria right now. And if you just look across the street, all those flickering, beautiful gas lamps. Love it. Ooh, there's some construction going on here. Somebody's gonna have a nice basement. Okay. But look at all these brick structures, 1700s, definitely. Gas lamps. American flags everywhere, America everywhere. And another one of those fire insurance plaques. And this one's has color, so it's not just plain bronze. This one's painted. Little fire truck. Oh, I see a chandelier. Nah. Hello, Alexi. Hello, Zorro. Hi, Sedu. Hi, we're in Alexandria, Virginia, near Washington, D.C. We're checking out some amazing, beautiful, okay, I'm gonna try to jump down here in the cobblestones. Amazing, beautiful architecture here on Prince Street, heading toward the waterfront. These are absolutely my favorite kind of buildings. This is federal style, very typical of this area in the late 1700s, 1800s. Hi, Ahmed. I'm glad you're back. I know, it was stuttering out for me. Hi, Jajare 1111. Very nice to meet you. Let us know where you're from. I love it when the chat tells us where you're from. Hi, Sedu. Send me your visa. No, but I don't have a visa, but we have a pope. We have an American pope today. Awesome sauce. So I'm gonna walk down toward the water. I'm gonna be super careful. These are the most cobbly of cobblestones that one could ever imagine. Oh, wonderful, from France. From Africa, Senegal. Very nice to meet you. So nice to meet you. Take a look at this little one here. This is fabulous. The beige with the black shutters. Really early example. Oh, I'm not gonna do much walking here. This is just absolutely dangerous. And here, I mean, we do get to enjoy the exteriors of these beautiful, beautiful buildings, but also sometimes you can peek into the interior. And in this one, you can see the built-in bookshelves and a beautiful, either a replica or a period mirror from that time. So that's really, really cool. The gas lamps, the chandelier over there, definitely some of my favorite styles. Brick, brick, brick. but cobblestones. Oh my gosh. So if the camera goes flying, it's because I've fallen on one of these things here. And painted brick here. I'm gonna make my way back over to the sidewalk proper because this is just too dangerous. And then we'll get to the water. We'll cross over and go right to the waterfront. I know, Abe, you know, it kept cutting out on my end and it looked like people were still there, but I just decided to cut it out. But continue my walk because I'm in my favorite part here with the gas lamps, the chandeliers, just the absolute cutest examples of federal style colonial architecture. And we're right here at the waterfront too. So we're gonna take a walk on the water. And maybe get something to eat. We'll see what's open. And here's an old industrial, some kind of building. It's got a ghost sign on it. It says agricultural something or other. Fertilizer. It says fertilizers on it. So yeah, this is Prince Street. Just amazing. I used to park down here. When I'd go to the waterfront, I would park this way. Okay. They all obviously know each other. Scooters are dangerous, y'all. Scooters are dangerous. All right, let's get to that water. Let's check out the view. Oh, wow, it said it was private. Oh, you know why? Because it takes about an hour because I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber. It takes about an hour for it to render. So if the stream has stopped, but you try to backtrack, rewind, it's going to say that it's privated because it hasn't rendered yet. Mais fait on demande... no. No. Your work is asking for a visa. Can't help you there. Seydu, can't help you there. All right, so now I just need to decide I do know which way I'm going. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here, right to the waterfront, and then we're gonna turn left, and we're gonna follow the water up to the restaurants. And this is Old Dominion Boat Club. Lovely. And cross over, making sure this driver sees me. Hello, dude. Yes, hello. Don't hit me. Hey, Orion, how are you? We're in Old Town, Alexandria, Virginia. We're on the waterfront. We just walked through the all the old architecture. Hi, Mike, I'm glad you're back. You have nothing like that in Illinois, only scenic waterfront views for us. Well, that's nice. Having a waterfront view is beautiful too. And here's the view that, I always said I wanted to live here. I mean, there's so many places. I love where I live though. But like if I could wake up every morning and walk here, except that bridge, that dreadful bridge. Let me tell you about this bridge. I'll wait until I kind of stop walking. I can maybe see the bridge. So beyond this pier, you see this great, big, huge bridge in the distance. That is the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. It is part of the main artery, the main beltway that goes around Washington, D.C., the whole D.C. area, which covers Virginia, D.C., and Maryland. And you can walk across that bridge. It's a few miles actually from the entry point to entry point. And I see people doing it, so I was like, I gotta do this bridge one day. Don't ever walk across a bridge like that. First off, it's so loud. There's so much traffic going across that bridge. There's no peace to it. It is filthy, dirty. The dirt just, the tires from all the trucks and cars just throw up the dirt all over you walking across this bridge, even though there's a pedestrian lane. I do not recommend walking across the Wilson Bridge. I know people want to do it so they say they could can say that they did it. I did it. I'm not doing it again. For sure. Now, we also get the planes landing at National Airport, DC's National Airport. So we'll take a little walk this way, follow the flight path. There are beautiful parks. Oh, we get some more beautiful architecture back there. This is a main seaport, a port of commerce here in the Washington, D.C. area. And during the United States Civil War, a very important transport hub for the Union Army. Even though this is Virginia, the city of Alexandria was controlled for the most part by the Union. And so the Union commanded its transports from here. And so during the Virginia campaign, the Peninsula campaign, specifically in 1862, the Union troops would come here, hop on ships, and head their way down the Potomac River. This is the Potomac River, to the peninsula of Virginia. On their way, they would pass Mount Vernon, the home of George Washington. And in several diaries and writings, including the book Team of Rivals by Doris Kearns Goodwin, the soldiers talk about going past George Washington's home and saluting or playing the national anthem. I'm sorry, not the national anthem. Sorry, not written yet. Or the band playing while going past Mount Vernon, which is George Washington's home, which you can't see from here. But for that, it's past the bridge over there. Lovely little parks. Great places to hang out. Oops. Second Street Bridge over the Ohio River in Louisville that connects Louisville and Clarksville, Indiana. Takes 50 minutes to walk across, 20-second drive, 50-minute walk. I don't recommend it. Yeah, and the problem here is you walk across that thing and you hate it, and guess what? You just have to walk back. So it's really like a 5-mile round trip. I'm from where I parked anyway, not the whole bridge is not 2.5 miles into, but from where I parked, you make your way across this way if you're going east, and there is a nice park at that end, but honest to goodness, the noise, the sound of the traffic, the dirt being kicked up in your face, the exhaust, I don't know. And I see people like jogging and trying to, there's no way that that's healthy. There's absolutely no way that going across that bridge is healthy in any way. But I did it. I can say I did it. Definitely not going to do it again. And so here, if you're living in this area, this is where the rich people moor their little yachts, or even the not so rich people moor their little yachts. So we were on Prince Street, and then this street here is King Street. You see a theme here. Alexandria being founded while we were still a colony of Great Britain. And you'll find these heritage markers everywhere in this area. Walking along the water here. When did walking become a hobby of yours? I think always. I grew up in a city, in a downtown city area, so walking everywhere was just easy. You didn't have to hop in a car. So I've always walked to school, walked to the store, and then as I got older, when I travel, I love history, so I'm always walking to check out the history. I like that little one there too. Now we're gonna have a music problem. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk loudly when we pass this little area here because we have music. So if I go mute for a second, it's because the music's too loud and I need a break from talking. So I'll try to talk a little bit and then I'm gonna go mute just for a second. I'm gonna do that right now because this is so loud. We are at the famous Torpedo Factory. Torpedo Factory, art center, place for shops and restaurants. And yeah, that's what it was. It was a torpedo factory. So if you hear about the Torpedo Factory in Alexandria, Virginia, this is it. This is the Torpedo Factory. I tend to think these are the two kind of the main restaurants if you want to eat on the water here. Blackwall Hitch and the Chart House. So Blackwall Hitch has, and this is not an advertisement, but I do like Blackwall Hitch. And they have a restaurant in Annapolis, Virginia, in a couple of other places. Sorry, I don't know where. But I do like this restaurant a lot. Although they've got music playing. I wish I could find a restaurant that just has like sports or something and not music playing. Lots of warehouses around here, obviously because this was a seaport. And lots of historical plaques and markers so you can find places of interest and learn about this area. I do really like the design of that building. Why does every country have a city of Alexandria like I have one here? I know, why does every state have a Springfield? There is a Springfield, Virginia, just like there's a Springfield, Illinois. And I'm sure there's not as far as I know, there's not a Springfield, Maryland. Buffalo Wild Wings, only place with sports and no music. Oh, that's good to know. Don't have a Buffalo Wild Wings here. But that's a good, we'll aim for some place like that. We'll just walk around here and then I will end this second stream and say a huge thanks to everyone for joining me. We started off with rain. Hi, we three blokes. Hi, I'm in Alexandria, Virginia, on the waterfront at Old Town. And we're gonna see the historic paddle boat here. So I'm just walking the waterfront. We walked through the some of the historic district, checking out the great architecture that I tend to gravitate toward. But there's a riverboat here. Alexandria, you're so kind. I'm from Cornwall, England. Oh, I have a lot of friends in England. So Abe, when Abe was in the chat, Abe is in the UK, and a lot of my friends are over in England. So I'm so nice. Take two. It's so nice to meet you. We three blokes. Yeah, old time paddle boat. Looks like it is a place for did I just say three times? It looks as if it is a place for a dinner cruise or maybe just to have dinner on the boat. Interesting. And then this is the back of the chart house. There's Abe. See, we say Abe and Abe appears. I got to meet Abe on my last trip to jolly old England, and we had a blast. Who asked me about walking? Who asked me when did I start walking? Was that Ahmed? Yeah, Abe will tell you about how much we like to walk. We walked a lot. Now across the way here is the DC water treatment facility, making sure we have clean water over there. I know it's hard to see. And if we could see all the way that way, you would see, oh, you can see the Capitol. Oh, it's barely visible. Get a little closer, we can see the Capitol and the Washington Monument here. There's a propeller of some sort. Building boats. Building lives? Okay. Oh, look here. They are building boats here. Well, that's interesting. This is the Alexandria Seaport Foundation doing their bit for historic preservation, which I thoroughly approve of. 100%. Someone jogging behind me. Okay. The McElhenney Sports Center. Now you can continue walking up this path all the way past the airport. There's a park called Long Bridge Park, which terminates at the site of Long Bridge, which is great, and that's recent restoration as well. So this whole area, so many opportunities to get out and see stuff, and lots of great places to walk and travel and learn. You like watching me while eating. Thank you, Alexandria. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Folks come here for bird watching and duck watching. Through all my travels, Southern Alabama people top the list of nicest people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. They are different, but they are strangers who care about you. It's so wild. I know. I have an aunt who's from Georgia, and she's just her entire family are just the sweetest people. She's an aunt by marriage. I wish more of us would, just take a minute and be kind and practice hospitality. I think the Southerners definitely know how to do that. So here's what I had shared earlier about, what is called the retrocession. I love that. In 1791, the Alexandrians, they wanted to be part of the District of Columbia, but the town really didn't benefit. And during the War of 1812, the British burned Washington. Baltimore, yay, go Baltimore. Baltimore and New York City soon eclipsed Alexandria as a commercial port, and the sentiments changed. And so, in 1846, Alexandria said, thanks but no thanks. We'll go back to being our own little place. And we don't want to be part of the nation's capital anymore. And that was fine. It wasn't like Civil War secession or anything like that. I think that's a myth that's out there, that Alexandria left because of the Civil War. It was almost 20 years prior to the Civil War. So it was just a different time. This was a thriving seaport, and Baltimore had a larger, really more protected and enclosed harbor. I grew up one block from that harbor. I looked at the water every day, and I looked at Fort McHenry every day, and that flag that inspired the national anthem, which is why I think it's a big part of why I like history. So we're gonna head back down here. I think I am gonna check out a place to grab a drink and something to eat. So we'll get as close as we can before the music forces me to end this stream. So I want to thank everyone for joining me. There's another plane coming in to Reagan National Airport. Yeah, the site of that unfortunate air crash back in, I believe it was January, not too far from here. I mean, you would have seen it from here. I believe just north of here where that occurred. Sorry for privacy, but can you tell how old you are? I'm older than Abe, but I'm younger than Greg, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I know, Abe. I know. I got to see what when we can work that out. I have a lot of opportunities to travel. Maybe next year. That'd be cool. The City Cruises water taxi. All right, I'm gonna climb these steps until the music forces me to say goodbye. I'm gonna come up here and have a drink and maybe have some seafood at the Black Wall Hitch. And yeah, I think this is not gonna last very long because of the music. So everyone, I hope you have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Everyone out there, take care.